What I decided to do was just stream this separate, do a separate stream with this from what I had just streamed a while ago. So we're gonna get in here with Jordan Maxwell.
I don't know. And I'm learning every day that I live, the world keeps opening up larger and larger. And I started this escapade back in 1959. I started talking to audiences in 1962 about secret societies, the New World Order, occultism, and it was in 1966 that Anthony J. Hilder produced his first record set with Myron Fagan on Illuminati. And it was Anthony J. Hilder and Myron Fagan who introduced into American society the idea of secret societies and Illuminati. So when you hear the concept being discussed by anyone of secret societies, and especially that word Illuminati, remember it was Anthony J. Hilder who introduced it, and the man who talked about it, Anthony actually produced the records, and it was Myron Fagan, a very important man that you need to know about, who's no longer with us. Myron Fagan was the man who introduced the idea of Illuminati. As I said, I was talking about these subjects back in 1962 before most of the people who now talk about it were even still in school. So consequently, I've looked at many different areas of conspiracy since that time. And I'm appalled at what I see happening in this country today. We are told that America is the land of laws, a nation built on laws. In point of fact, nothing could be further from the truth. America is run by people who are lawless. We have no law in America, and understand that. The law is whatever the powers that be in power happen to say it is today. Whatever they say it is, that's what the law is today. And it may change tomorrow. So what you need to understand is this is not a nation of laws, it's a nation of lawlessness. And somewhere along the line, we're going to be dealt with by that universal God force because of what we have allowed to happen in our country. Now, in relation to the subject today, which is the occult world of commerce, let me give you a couple of examples of I think where you need to start thinking. If you are going to send a box through the mail and you need to wrap it with some rope, you go out in the garage and you find some rope and tie up the box, and that should be sufficient to do the mailing. But if you're going to take that rope out to the edge of a 10-story building and hang on it, you better trust and you better examine the integrity of that rope now, because your life hangs in a balance on it. Another example is if you owned a 2-story building and you were going to put a lot of weight on the second floor. If you were smart, you would go downstairs first with the structural engineer, get on a ladder, and go up through the ceiling tiles and examine the floor that you're going to put that weight on to see if the floor is going to hold that kind of weight. So what you're doing is you are standing under the foundation you're going to build on. You stand under to get understanding, because that's where the word understand comes from. To stand under the foundation that you're building on. Understanding words is what you really need to start doing. You need to start doing your homework and understanding words. If you put an S in front of words, it becomes swords. And that's what words are. They are cutting. They can cause you great trouble. Humans are word control creatures. So we need to establish what words mean. Again, when we talk about law, there's a Roman maximum in law that says, "For he that would be deceived, let him." Simply meaning, if you are so ignorant as to be deceived, then that's your business. That's your problem. So you need to do your homework and find out what words mean, especially in relation to law and government. Because there is a world of occultism that is operating today throughout the world, in which you use certain words, and when those words are used in a court, they don't mean the same thing at all. Understanding law and the words of law, there are two things that this planet has: water and earth, water and land. Consequently, there are two kinds of law: the law of the land and the law of water. You've heard the term law of the land. But in point of fact, that's precisely what this word means, law of the land, because it is the people who live on land. And that is opposed to something else called the law of the high seas, or the law of water. You need to understand the difference. The law of the land is the law of the culture that lives on the land. And so consequently, the law of the land is different in every country. You can do things in America you can't do in Russia. You can do things in Africa you can't do in England. So the law of the land is the law of the culture that lives on that particular land. However, there is a higher law that dominates the entire world. It's called the law of the water, or the law of the high seas. The law of water is referred to as a law of money. It doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from, or where you live. Money is money. And anytime you're doing banking or using money, you are now under the law of water, maritime admiralty. If you go back in history, in ancient history, where all of this began, back in the land of Canaan, and you probably have heard in the Bible, the land of Canaan. The Canaanites were Phoenician bloodline. In the ancient Phoenician language, Cana meant merchant banker. The very word merchant comes from mer, M-E-R, for the sea, for water. As a mermaid, we have merchant. Merchant bankers. Let me give an example of the difference between the law of water and the law of the land. The law of water, as I said, is a law of banking, money, as opposed to the law of the custom of the people, or the law of the land. The Statue of Liberty must be put in water. It could not be put on American land as such. It had to be put in the harbor, because it's not the Statue of Freedom. It's a Statue of Liberty. Liberty is what a sailor gets when he pulls into port on a ship. He gets liberty. He's not free. So America is not the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're not free or brave, period. We're not free. This is not a free country. Now let me give you an example of how this law of the water works. Why is it that you have to go to court? People are always concerned about going to court. You go to court because you play basketball and tennis on a court. How do you play tennis on a court? You play with a racket. Why? Because that's what it is. It's a racket. And make no mistake, they do not pick words by chance. These words are very serious. They do not use words in terms with no avail. These words are very important. When you go into a court, what's the idea of going to court? It's a game, like basketball. The whole idea in a court is to put the ball back in the other guy's court. One team gets up and they throw the ball over to that team of lawyers. That team gets up and throws the ball back into their court. And consequently, it's a ball game. And the judge is wearing a black robe, so he is the referee. The judge is the referee. He doesn't care which side wins or loses because he's going to get paid anyway. So he couldn't care less. He's merely there as a referee, and that's why he wears a black robe. And that's another interesting subject we can get into later. The judge is a referee between two teams. The judge, we are told, rules from the bench. The word bench in Latin is a bank. Therefore, the judge rules for the bank. Where do you find banks? You find banks on both sides of a river. They're called river banks. And what does a river bank do? It directs the flow of the current sea. The juice. Consequently, your money is currency because it's the flow, the cash flow. And I'll give you an example of how this works. When a ship pulls into a harbor, all ships are referred to as female. Airships, rocket ships, sailing ships are always female. Why? There's a very good reason. Maritime Admiralty banking law says all ships are female because they're carrying items. They're carrying items for money, and so consequently they are under Maritime Admiralty law. Admiralty is where we get the word admiral, admiral of the Navy. Let me give you an example of how this works. When a ship pulls into harbor, it parks at the dock, and it ties off at the dock. The captain has to provide for the port authorities a certificate of manifest, because yesterday the ship was not here. But this morning the ship pulled in, so it has manifested. So consequently, all the products, the $800 million worth of TVs or Toyotas, have manifested. So each one of those items coming off of that ship has come off of water. And each end they has come in a ship. And consequently, on a ship, all ships have a captain. The word captain comes from a Latin word capital, money. So the captain represents the money that's on board the ship. And they said the captain has to present to the port authorities a certificate of manifest for each and every item. How much does it weigh? What color is it? How many doors does it have? Etc. And consequently, the captain presents a certificate of manifest. The ship is sitting in its berth. Wherever a ship sits when it docks is called its berth. She sits in her berth, berthing a ship. Consequently, all the items, as I said, coming off that ship represent money. They came in on water. They are Maritime Admiralty product. And this is true all over the world. Now, when you were born, your mother's water broke. And when your mother's water broke, you came out. And this is why you have to have a birth certificate, because you are a Maritime Admiralty product under international law. You are considered, your body is considered a Maritime Admiralty product. Your mother delivered you. This is why if you go to Sears and buy a refrigerator, they will ship it to you. They will deliver it. And that's why you were in your delivery room. Your mother was delivering a product. Maritime Admiralty, you came down your mother's birth canal. And once you, and as you're taking one of the televisions or the cars off the ship and it falls down and breaks, that's all right. Sometimes they're stillborn, so consequent lost money on that one. Therefore, you have to have a death certificate, and it's always signed by the dock. The dock has to sign your birth certificate and your death certificate. All of these words and terms are Maritime Admiralty banking words. And therefore, if you understand lawyers and judges and courts and government, are all under international maritime admiralty law. All religions, all churches in the world operate under maritime law. This is why all churches are divided into denominations, like 20s and 50s and 100s. Serious. This is why they're called denominations, because all churches are nothing more than the product of maritime admiralty banking. It's an extraordinary story of occult treason, high treason, and crimes against the state. Make no mistake about it. There has never been a country on the face of the earth as far back into history as you can go. There has never existed a country in which the people rose up and demanded their right to be free. Never. The concept of human, spiritual, intellectual, and physical freedom is a totally concept that has never, ever existed on the earth. The only time that has ever come into existence was the founding of this country, where it was understood that we were sovereigns and we owned our bodies, and consequently, since 1868, we're now on the International Maritime Admiralty Law. Think about this. When cowboys in Indian movies, when the cowboys would ride into town, they'd get off the horse, they were wearing guns. How come they could walk into a bar carrying guns? And if two guys got in an argument, they could go out on the street and draw on each other in front of the sheriff's office, and the sheriff would do nothing. How come? How come that men could go out in the street and shoot each other in front of everyone and had nothing be done about it? The reason why is because before 1868, all Americans were considered sovereigns. And that's one of the nice things about being a sovereign, is you have the right to be yourself. And consequently, you need to understand that in one last point I'm going to make before I introduce your speaker, that in 1868 there was a corporation founded. Anyone can incorporate a company. Well, in 1868 there was a company incorporated. And in that particular company, the founders of that company they referred to it as the United States Corporation. And they stipulated that anybody who would be a member of that corporation or work for that corporation would be called not an employee, but a citizen. So today, if you are asked, are you a citizen of the United States, what you think you're being asked is, are you lawfully in this country to do business? That's not lawfully what's being asked. They didn't ask you if you were in America lawfully. They asked you a specific question. Are you, of your own volition, out of your own mouth, testifying that you are a citizen of the United States? Because in that way, citizen of the United States means you are an employee of a foreign corporation operating on the international maritime law. So today, the President of the United States is the President of a privately owned company. The company is called United States. And the word president is always a word that is used in corporate law. Banks have presidents. All companies have presidents. So there's a corporation called United States, privately owned, and it has a president. President Bush is not the president of America. President Bush is the president of a privately owned company. Privately owned, out of England. And you need to understand words and terms. Because I believe that there is a divine presence in the universe that men call God, and one day that divine presence is going to move on the earth, and we're going to see freedom come back to this world. And when it does, you're going to need to understand words and terms and how they have been used to trick you. And the speech that today I'm introducing Jason Whitney to give you some ideas about how these words have been used to enslave you. And with that, I'd like to introduce my friend, Jason Whitney.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to just restart the computer here. There's a lot to cover, and going to go pretty quick. And some of the stuff that we're going to go over is, in essence, a reiteration of some of the concepts that Jordan presented to you. So, but we're going to give them with visual examples so they hopefully give you a better mental anchor. So when you see this stuff come up, if you should ever, get involved in a situation where you unfortunately have to go to court, you understand the name of the tune. And you'll find out at the end of all of this today, it's just business. I was first introduced to Jordan Maxwell approximately 3.5 years ago. I was up late at night, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning when my girlfriend had said, "Hey, you got to listen to this guy." And I was doing homework. I was originally a computer science major, studying network engineering. And I set my books aside, and I walked over to the table. I flipped on the channel so I could hear the radio in the room I was in, and I hear this guy talking. And the information was so powerful that was being presented, I was absolutely blown away. I went and grabbed a notebook, and I started taking notes because, I've been into the occult since I was about 18, and I've studied mostly stuff on, basic secret societies and pyramidology and the concepts of some UFO ET stuff. But what Jordan presented on that radio show put the entire world system, whether it be religion, banking, or politics, or UFOs and aliens, and the concept of, the alien ant farm, which is Earth, all into a construct that I could basically see with open eyes, kind of like the Matrix revelation. And, if it wasn't for Jordan, in any capacity, I wouldn't be here today. And certainly, myself and a collective group of people that have become researchers, and I like to consider myself, in essence, still a neophyte, because I'm not an expert on anything like Jordan. However, so many researchers that we have come into contact with have been facilitated into this particular paradigm as a result of Jordan's research. And like I said, in my particular opinion, Jordan is truly the godfather of occultism. So we'll just wait for this machine to boot up here so I can get to the good stuff. My presentation in part's predicated upon the images, but anyways, the world of Admiralty that we're going to talk about today it's a concept and it's a philosophy. What the system, Jordan explained that there's two kinds of law in the world. There's civil law and there's the law of water and money. Well, we have our common law system where collective groups of people come together and they agree to follow particular behavioral patterns. However, the banking system, or the banksters or gangs or whatever you want to call them, have collectively, through thousands of years, have set up a situation where they can manipulate people to superimpose a legal system that is not based entirely on law, it's based on commerce. And so this artificial let's pretend construct has basically been superimposed over our law of our land. And as we'll get into it, I'll explain that, or I'll try to demonstrate further that we are not operating in a common law system anymore, although the common law is still here and we need to understand how to access it and how to use it to our advantage. But most people, unfortunately, are so ignorant of what the law is or what the codes are or what the statutes actually say and how they particularly apply to them. They just are used to functioning in a consensus reality that, oh, well, at 18 or 16, everyone gets a driver's license, and, when I work, everyone fills out a 1040 IRS tax form, or because he said, or because your parents said, or because your parents were particularly indoctrinated in a system where everyone is functioning perpetually in this let's pretend game. So we're going to go over a couple things here really fast. This presentation, like I said earlier, it's dedicated entirely to Jordan Maxwell because this is his work, just reiterated in a new light with my own particular spice overlaid. So thanks again, Jordan. So interestingly enough, this ship, or the ships of the high seas in commerce, if you get back to ancient Europe, the merchant vessels that transported goods and services and commodities and product to make money were called revenue cutters. Okay, just a term, not too significant, but the whole system is set up about one thing: money, because the banks and the banks, through their politicians and legislational system, they set up a body of laws to further extract money, or set up a system that money is always flowing up. It's being extracted out of your bodies, out of your sweat equity, out of your labor. So the whole thing is based about one thing: commerce. Okay, Jordan said the ship, when a ship is pulled into a dock, it's docked. And we go back to what happens when a ship pulls into a dock. It has to present a manifest, a certificate of manifest. It's really simple. It's all about forms. Everyone ever see that movie Brazil? Okay, that's pretty much the system we're operating in today, if you take a closer look at it. So you have a certificate of manifest, and it just describes all the property that's on the ship. Ship sits in its berth, as Jordan mentioned earlier. There you go. The mother, and the system that we operate, if you understand Admiralty, it's a very esoteric system, because the banking has been operating longer than 6,000 years, probably longer than recorded history, longer than the Code of Hammurabi, etc. But the mother is a vessel, or all of us are vessels, because it's a philosophic esoteric point, but our bodies are a warehouse, and you live within the confines of your skin if you take the concept that you're a spiritual being. Okay, so it's an energy vessel. So the mother is a vessel delivering a product, swimming down the rivers of the birth canal, and it's delivered to the dock, or the dock door. And what is it? It's delivery of a human resource, because that's all we're considered, humans. We're human resources, and you get a birth certificate to vouch for that. It used to be that if a child was born in a common law society, collective society, they recorded in the Bible or some sort of official records, etc. But everything is about certifications, or a B/6, like in Brazil. So certificate of live birth, and we're talking about money. You're a human resource. So what is money? It's energy. That's all it is. The system is set up that it's the control and flow of energy from generally the bottom up, the basis of the foundation of the people, up into the hands of the bankers that further perpetuate and dictate more laws to further extract money. And we'll demonstrate this in just a moment. So battery is pretty much what we're considered. If anyone has seen The Matrix, our bodies are our vessel. It's where we store the energy. We eat food. Its energy is transmuted from the sun. It goes up the food chain if you study biology, and the energy is stored in our fat cells. Well, take a look at this. A nursery, in essence, if we're talking of the world of Admiralty and the ship pulling into the dock and getting the port, coming into port, and we're getting all this paperwork, and it's all about money. The nursery is an energy farm, or a monetary farm. It's a production house, kind of like the Matrix, So we're going to go into some definitions from the Law Dictionary, what these terms mean. Jordan says we need to take a look at words, because we're word-controlled people, right? And I'm not making any of this up. If you look in Valentin's Law Dictionary, a human being is a monster. So that's what, when you walk into court, this is how they're looking at you. So you want to get your constitutional rights. You want your liberties, not your freedom, but you want civil liberties. Well, they're working with this guy. How does that apply to you? So let's take a look at what monster says. A monster is a human being by birth, but in some part resembling a lower animal. A monster hath no inherent blood, and cannot be the heir to any land, albeit it be brought forth in marriage. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Are we talking about a human being, which is in the law of admiralty or the law of banking, we're talking about a let's pretend game. Limited liability, no one taking responsibility for their actions. That's why we live in a corporate fascist system where everyone wants to incorporate and not take responsibility for what's going on. And this guy over here, the real you that's aware and functions in like a state of common law where it takes personal responsibility for everything he does and will make his wrongs right and everything. This guy, it's on a piece of paper only. That's the certificate of live birth. That's the B/6. That's the let's pretend game. So if the construct that is law has two kinds of people. In fact, the spiritual being isn't it. You won't find a spiritual being in a law dictionary, but you'll find the definition of a person. Peculiar, the definition of person, they try to get you caught up with a natural person, but how do you define a word with its own word? That's a peculiarity in itself. So, person includes a natural person, a firm, a co-partnership, or an association, or a limited liability company or corporation. The entire essence of the let's pretend game is to get you to be one of these things, a corporation, functioning in a state of fascism, in a limited liability world, a let's pretend game, where no one takes responsibility for their actions. So we get into the construct of what the physical world versus the legal world is. You have the world of land, which they try to superimpose this matrix body over, of the world of admiralty. In the Constitution, which is predicated upon common law, we deal in the world of gold and silver. What happened to that, guys? Now we're dealing with Federal Reserve notes, which a note, by definition, is evidence of a debt. And anyone heard of national debt? Or how about income tax? All income tax does is go to pay national debt. It doesn't pay the streets. It goes to pay the national debt with the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve came into act in 1913. And that's a whole story in itself. And the taxes that are generated as a result of using Federal Reserve notes, who collects that? The IRS. When were they started? The same year as the Federal Reserve, 1913. But guess where the IRS is based out of, guys? Puerto Rico. It's not even an agency of the United States government. That's a whole story in itself. So we have consciousness over here in the physical realm, but the legal realm, it's completely devoid of consciousness. We have present or represented. You ever hear the term in court? You're represented, or you need an attorney to represent you? Because we're playing in the let's pretend game over here. And when you're dealing in the world of the physical, you have lawful. In the legal realm, in the world of statutes and codes, we have legal. And again, real versus fiction, substance versus reflection. We have the real thing, the real essence of substance, or we have the thing named. And we also have the creditor, or we have a debtor. A lender or a borrower, object versus symbol, a physical body, or a paper certificate, such as a birth certificate. So, in essence, who you really are considered to be legally is a fiction, a concept or idea expressed as a name, a symbol that legally has no consciousness. It is a juristic person. It's en legis. It's a word on a piece of paper. It's not you. You see, when we're dealing in real law, when there was a controversy between people in society, in like a tribe or a community, if there was a problem, it was, someone would come up to the elders in society and they would bring you before a committee and they would hash it out before a committee of like the Sanhedrin. If you take it back several thousand years in the Judaic cultures, they would take you before the Sanhedrin. And you'd have to give your testimony before the Sanhedrin. Each party testifies, right? So if you look at the word testify, it comes from the word testicle. Because you have to hold the males, which were the ones that functioned in commerce, the women were excluded from that. They hold on to their testicles, and if someone's caught lying, what they were holding was what they would lose. That was one of the penalties. I'm not kidding. So otherwise, it's social and political ostracism, or they can't function in commerce. They become basically a persona non grata. They don't exist. They don't function in that society. They need to move to a new location. So if we're dealing in the world of reality, in the world of spirituality, minus the particular religious construct, the concept is you're having a union between a man and a woman, typically, and you're having a union before your Creator, before your, based on your belief system. And that's all the unification you need, whether it be before a priest or a rabbi or what have you. It is your particular contract, your covenant with the person that you love. But now, we take a step forward into the world of the statute system, or the codified system. We have the let's pretend game, where you need to get a marriage license. You have to ask for permission to do something you would normally do based on your own accord and before your creator force or your particular religious or philosophical belief system, whatever that allowed for. But now we need to ask for permission from the man if you can have this relationship. Why? Because the whole system at large is predicated on commerce. It's now been boiled down to a business relationship. And if you don't think so, I've heard Jordan say this a million times, the first person that you're not going to see is the Lord. You're going to see the attorney. Okay? They talk about who's getting what, and it becomes a matter of contract. So you have to get an application line to marry. So this is what we're operating in over here. We have a three-party marriage. Instead of just you and your wife, I guess it could be a four-party marriage if you're still incorporating the spiritual dynamic of your creator force. But now you have your wife and your husband and the state. And if it's an application for a benefit or permission, that permission can be revoked or denied. And then you get into this the construct of jurisdiction. The state, if they gave you anything, they can come in and take it away or tell you what to do and how to do it. And you basically have to live and operate under the codes that are prescribed that dominate the application for the birth certificate, etc. So, such things as application for the permission to travel freely, the driver's license. License, in essence, if you follow it, it's predicated on a system of business. I just thought that would be funny. Yeah, and the name is all caps, and we'll get into that stuff a little bit later. License is certificate or the document itself which gives permission, authority, or liberty given to or forbear in any act. So what we're talking about here is, anyone heard of just getting up on their own free will and accord and going somewhere because they just cared to do it? Or maybe it's a necessity, you need to go somewhere to get food and survive. You have an inherent system of rights that are bestowed upon you by the Creator, that are predicated on natural law principles. What goes up must come down, etc. But again, the world of admiralty, or the guys that are considered are interested particularly in one thing, how to extract the wealth and power from the energy sources, which are the batteries that are you. Because all money in society nowadays is generated a result of your potential and what you put into the system. Because Federal Reserve notes, they have no value whatsoever. They're backed entirely on the full faith and credit of the U.S. population. So without you backing these things up, they have no value at all. So in order for you to use this money in society, you have to get to work every day and put something in the system. And what you reap, you'll sow. So the system cannot perpetuate itself without you. So what is the vehicle that is the courthouse? Well, the courthouse is a very fascinating thing. It's a primary facility that I like to call them chop shops, meat grinders, or wood chippers. But these entities or institutions or systems are the primary method or modality, or one of the primary methods or modalities by which your sweat equity is extracted out of you on a consistent basis. We take it from the ground up as something petty as parking tickets. Although parking tickets aren't particularly handled in court, they can be, and we'll talk about how you do that later. But parking tickets or traffic tickets, and traffic tickets and parking tickets are the number one generators of indirect taxation or revenue in the state of California. Period. If you look at the numbers, you will be appalled. So check this out. You have a courthouse, Masonic Lodge. Looks kind of similar, right? Courthouse, Masonic Lodge. You have a courthouse, and you have a Masonic Lodge. I'm just leading you somewhere. Okay, you have a judge, the Honorable Smiley, and you have his gavel, right? What is this? A Masonic gavel. So what I'm trying to say, and I'm not going to get into a big Masonic presentation here, I'm just setting you up or to inspire you all to do a little investigation as to what the system that we're operating under today is founded upon. Who were the founders? Who were the founding fathers really? Were they a great bunch of guys, as we were told in our history classes? Or was there a greater plan? Was there a grand dynamic? The great work? What were they aiming to achieve? And if you do a little investigation, you'll find out that it's about one thing: business. So Jordan mentioned earlier, judge rules from the bench. Okay. This is the basic derivative. Bench in Latin, banc, and bank. And the judge is a banker. And if you look at the whole legal system, how it works today, it's based on banking entirely. Now, river directs the flow of currency. We're talking again the world of admiralty. It's about, money is often referred to as currency. And again, the court system is always after our currency. The courts are set up to regulate the flow of currency, and the entire court system as it operates today is a let's pretend game. And we'll take a look at this. The let's pretend game. Why is it that you have to file, you ever heard the term motion in court? You have to file a motion in court. Why? Because the thing doesn't exist unless you say it does. It's basically your paper soldier in the let's pretend game. You're yelling out, you're calling out to the judge, I'm filing a motion, because you're not dealing in the world of substance where you're communicating with parties openly and stating the facts. Okay, I was injured on or about this day, and this is how I was damaged, and these are my witnesses. Now, based on the evidence I'm presenting, that guy should lose his testicles. What do you think about that? And and the other guy presents his evidence and says, well, that guy should lose his. So, and then the committee of the Sanhedrin, or your judge, or whatever your elected official that's directed to give the rule a law or balance the books, he makes the determination accordingly based on the evidence that's presented. And now we have a system of judges in our corrupt system that typically make up the laws that go along because they have a vested interest in the outcome of every court case. And I'm going to show you guys some things that's going to get the wheels turning for you. So you guys ever heard the term circuit court? Circuit court, circuit courts, energy, battery, money, banking, electricity, gross national product. It's all about energy. What happens, though, when you interrupt the flow of energy or the currency flow? You break the circuit, right? Or you get charged. Okay? You get charged. That guy's wearing a black robe like a judge, by the way. So anyways. Okay, but when you go to court, or when you go to court, you're charged with counts 1, 2, and 3. And the judge is a bank. But if you look at the etymology, the concept or the term counts 1, 2, and 3 are actually accounts. Why? Because the judge sits on the bench and he's a banker. It's all about the extraction of your sweat equity, and we're proceeding forward to why. Okay, what happens when you hire an attorney to represent you? Mr. Shyster here. Again, why do you need to get an attorney? Because the whole thing is a let's pretend game, because the attorney, if you look and take an analysis of it, we're dealing with attorneys, not counselors in law, not lawyers particularly. We're dealing with an attorney that's there to represent the certificate or piece of paper, the artificial person or the natural person that cannot stand and speak for himself properly, or the presumption is so, unless you rebut it. So he's representing the artificial legal fiction, the reflection, the thing named the debtor or the borrower, because why? We're dealing in banking. You're there. Most of the court cases or lawsuits are of and pertaining to money, are they not? Why else do you go to court? You know, all crimes are commercial. If you look at the legislation and the codes, everything boils down to a dollar value. And in fact, I have, not with me today, I have a case, the president of Tyco, he was convicted in court, and he was awarded, or the sentence was like a $25 million fine, or the end result was like $25 million fine or something like that. If he didn't pay it, he was going to jail for life. What did he do? He whipped out a check, cut it, paid it to the court, and the game was over. He didn't go spend one day in jail because it's based on bookkeeping entries, the entire thing. So if you got enough money, as most of you have an inherent understanding, if you got enough money, you're not going to jail because you can get lots of attorneys to represent that piece of paper to make a deal with the judge or to properly represent you, such as OJ, and get off. Okay, so when you hire an attorney, let's take a look here. An attorney occupies a dual position, which implies a dual obligation, okay? His first duty is to the courts and next to his client. So as an officer of the court, in any circumstance, he yields to whatever the judge's direction is, or his obligation to the Bar Association. Now, the Bar Association in itself is a whole other construct. You know, you have local Bar Association, multi-structures. You have local city, county, state, etc. But if you go to a website, it's called ordotempli.org, you'll find out that all bar associations hail from the Temple Bar, which is directed at the Inns of Court, that has a direct affiliation to the Ordo Templar Militaris, which is a Knights Templar organization. And that contract, that covenant to direct all bar associations on the planet is issued through what's called a letters patent. And you guys can let term later, but it's a contract that's set up based on the Knights Templar. Who are those guys? Those guys are the guys that founded what's known today as our modern banking system. So, in any regard, with respect to the court, if you hire an attorney, you're called a ward of the court. You ever hear that? As an operation of law, if you hire an attorney, you're considered a ward of the court. But if you look up the definition of ward of the court, it's infants or persons of unsound mind. So how many of you guys hired an attorney and said, geez, what an idiot I was. Get this guy. So if your attorney was an officer of the court and his first duty was the judge and he's giving him the secret handshake or the little sign, a little lapel pin shake, whatever the deal was with the judge, based on his payout or whatever the situation may have been, if you're convicted as a result of his lack of performance or conspiracy, you're going to prison or jail, or you'd be placed in a cell. Okay? A cell. A cell. But however, again, remember the concept. The whole court system, or our whole monetary system, is based on ancient esoteric principles. Your body's energy. It's a vessel. Your body's a vessel. You have blood vessels, etc. And you're traveling on the seas of commerce. Not really, because we're on land, but they superimpose the world of admiralty on us. And anyone can verify this because the Navy has surveyed all the land in the continental United States. And there's brass cap high water marks in all the local towns and counties. So they've, in a let's pretend game, they said we're underwater right now. That's why they have jurisdiction of admiralty. And it's, unless you rebut that presumption of jurisdiction or the admiralty realm, it shall reign supreme. But if you might have the opportunity to pay bail. You ever heard paying bail? Okay, you might have the opportunity to pay bail if you've been placed in jail. Okay, bail. Okay, bail or bail. To bail someone out is to provide cashing them out of prison, or more generally to help them out of a difficult situation. Well, I think going to court, period, it can be a difficult situation, especially nowadays. Especially a financial one, and we'll just go on from here. But after you pay bail, the court has concluded its sale. It's sail on the high seas of commerce. You see where the etymology is going? We're dealing in admiralty, ancient Phoenician commercial law, as Jordan said. But everything you said and done, when everything's said and done in court, and you've discharged all your debts, you've paid your debt to society. How many of you heard that? Because everything is commerce, period. One of the first definitions of commerce is the exchange of ideas, concepts, philosophies, interaction, goods and services, etc. And then one of the other definitions of commerce is sexual relations. And I'm not kidding. So the byproduct of that is a commercial product where, again, you get the paper certificate and you play the let's play game. Ultimately, which is it? Are we talking business here or are we talking justice? And as Jordan would say, it's nothing personal, it's just business, like the mob says. So now we're going to get or progress further to a solution-oriented situation over here, because most people, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out that the system is not based on natural principles. It's not based on a win-win situation, that there's harmony in the universe and everyone goes home and they have enough money in their pocket. But where does all go? Marvin Breyer. And that's a man that found out. Marvin Breyer is an I don't want to say Bank of America employee, but he worked for one of their subsidiaries. And he's a COBOL programmer. And he's the guy that designed the foundational computer systems, or the code that transfers all money and etc. and balances the books at the end of each day. Well, Marvin, unfortunately, had a very rough situation where his daughter, her child was about to be stolen from the Department of Social Services or one of those particular agencies. And Marvin could not stand the pain to see that happen to his daughter, because his daughter in his life is everything to him. She's the capstone on his life's pyramid. Anything and everything for his daughter. So what Marvin did is he did a little homework. He tracked the money that was being raised from the court, and where all the funds and all the money that he was paying into the court system for fines or just court docket filings, all going into slush funds, guys, without exception. Marvin, by the way, has been in Insight Magazine about 6 times. He's been in the LA Times. If you just type in Marvin Breyer on the internet, you'll see tons and tons of articles on him. And he's a personal associate of mine, and I've been fortunate enough to get in with him to understand how he does what he does, how to crack the matrix, how to break through and understand how to get to these guys where it hurts, the money. So if you track the funds that are paid to the court, without exception, at least we haven't found one. And certainly we wouldn't be arrogant enough to say that it's not entirely possible that it might go to the trajectory where the funds are supposed to be appropriated. But the funds are going into different accounts as opposed to where they're mandated by legislature. Instead, they go into private accounts associated with the Judges Association. However, it's really interesting about what the Judges Associations are. And you can look at any court system in America, namely, we like to particularly look at Los Angeles because a lot of us are originally from there and done a lot of investigation over there. But the Judges Association, if you talk to them, try to find out who they are, they're allegedly a tax-exempt organization. However, they're not registered at all with the IRS. Period. They fall under a 508 category. And I'm not a super huge tax guru, so I'm not going to get into the codifications. However, the IRS turns a complete blind eye to the fact that they haven't properly registered, but they're amassing tons of these funds. Okay? So, but you'll find out why. You go to tax court, or you go to court and willful failure trial, or you're not paying your fair share, etc. Why you bring in proper legal arguments or issues as a matter of law, and they throw you into the wood chipper. Why? Because they're all working in harmony together, in concert. Okay, so the Judges Association, what do these guys do? They raise bonds. They create debt without taxpayer approval.
What's
Okay,
going on over
and
here?
I'll explain to you guys how this information was found out. Primarily, paying checks. Marvin never uses cash or credit card to pay for anything at the courthouse. He always uses a check. And once a check is negotiated or processed, on the back of the check it has all the routing numbers, okay? The routing numbers and usually a phone number, so you can call and find out who it is. Otherwise, you can use something called the Public Records Act. I don't care what state you're in, everyone has a Public Records Act. And in some cases, if you're dealing on a federal level, you can do it under Freedom of Information. Now, under Public Records Act requests, in California and Hawaii and other states, I'm sure it's across the board, it's the same. If they fail to answer, it's a $1,000 fine. So it's all about how you put it on a piece of paper. But the law is created for your benefit in the event, at least we would like to think,
I wasn't feeling good.
it's created for
I
our
didn't
benefit,
even
that there is a particular check balance, but they tuck it away or they hide it away in
take
codes.
me a break.
Well, what are codes? By definition, they're something that's used to hide something. The military uses all the time to hide their communications, etc. So the money that is paid to the Judges Association is used to pay off anonymous bonds. Okay? The anonymous bonds are issued through Merrill Lynch and other associations, but Merrill Lynch is the primary bad guy. And we have paperwork that demonstrates this. Marvin got a judge thrown in jail and some prosecuting attorneys, and there's more on the way. Because, you ever heard of judicial immunity? Well, guess what? You don't sue the judge, you sue his association. Or you find the evidence of the wrongdoing through Public Records Act requests, so you trace the money on the check. And then you present the data to the grand jury, and they got to investigate it. And then they got a problem. So, as a result, Credit Suisse and Bank of America are the primary underwriters on those bonds. And a company by the name of DTC, it's called Department of Trust Corporation, controls the bonds. But guess what? DTC is ran by the Federal Reserve board members. Okay? If you take a look at who's on the payroll, it's all a
I know I just made a playlist. Now what the hell this shit is? Ghetto none.
What's up? Welcome to my channel. Am I tripping or not, Tarot? My name is EqG Prst, but you can call me Ghetto Nun. So I'm here to do Right Back Monday. Yes, I am. We'll just do a random read, G. I'm kind of burnt out. It's been a long week, but you know I'm going to show up for work. So anyway, yes, we'll do a random reading and just see what's up with the energy. I do cuss in my readings and give no fucks about it, so if you do, please get the fuck on. I do start all of my cards upright in my deck. I don't believe in starting out with reversals because that's some bullshit. Also, I did pre-shuffle, but I did not lay any cards down just yet. We're going to do it together. Please keep in mind this may or may not resonate with your sign or situation, nor do I give a fuck. Info for private readings will be below the video. Please take the time to check out our community board. It's like the farmer's market for all the nuns and high priests, where they have their businesses, purposes, gifts, etc., posted. If you'd like to submit your business for the bulletin board, please check the info in the description box below the video. If you find that the convent is not for you, please look for the nearest exit mark. Get the fuck on. Watch your head on the way out. Hit the alley. You'll be back in Tarotland. Thank you to everyone for all the bookings, donations, likes, subscribes, comments, shares, purchases to my website, and pledges to my Patreon. I love you. I forgot to say the community board is currently under construction. It still is, yes. Number 2, for those that didn't listen to Divine Masculine's reading, how was the prayer event, people? Because I know some of y'all skipped, you know, everybody come to different classes. So I hope you enjoyed the prayer event. Crazy shit is when I recorded Divine Masculine, I was talking about my environment with the prayer event. Like the prayer wasn't acted like by God, but felt like the environment did it. I'm getting more explanation about the prayer event. So I don't know if your prayer event is still going on. My prayer event, I thought it was over. It really wasn't. So some of you guys may still be in the actual prayer event, G, okay? For some of you, every sundown, they said. Like for however many days. I don't know what y'all discuss with the Most High. But something about for the next couple of sundowns or 7 sundowns, a lot of you guys are still in the prayer event. So you may still be getting answers, or you may find yourself praying a lot during this time. I don't know. That's just what they had said. Okay. Again, my prices go up in May, just for bookings, of course, not for Patreon or anything else, but just for my bookings. They go up every year, y'all, and I don't do nothing extravagante. I don't. But yeah, so just giving you a heads up. You can catch these prices now. The ones that are listed right now are valid until May the 1st, okay? Even if you book prior to May, as far as like I'm not booked up, let me not even get into that. Let's just say the prices change in May and shit. If you happen to book, we'll discuss it. Moving on, because I ain't trying to confuse nobody. I said I'm tired. Anyway, let's get started, booskies. Give me some messages here for the convent. Somebody may be trying to control something, convent, you, someone else. It could be a masculine energy, a boss, somebody who thinks they have some power or something over you. Somebody's trying to, Divine Masculine, you kind of had this energy about somebody flexing muscle. But I'm picking this up again for the collective energy here. Okay? I don't know if somebody wants you to be scared or something, convent. Let's see. Give me some messages for the convent. What's going on with them collectively? What is it they need to know? All right. Look, I said I don't know if somebody wants you to be scared. Look. Told you. That's the only good thing about this view. Y'all can really see when I say shit, it fly out. I mean, I'm sure you believe me, but I mean, you know. Yes, somebody frightened. Or wants you to be. This is my Sharif card. This is my tired boss, and I want to. Somebody may be trying to wear your ass out, convict. It could be mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. It's something. Or someone just may be trying to make you feel like worried about something. Or this is you doing this to somebody, but I don't feel like that. I feel like some of you guys do feel this way. Or someone's trying to make you feel this way. But I don't feel like you're doing that to somebody. Somebody out here is scared of the police too. Or scared of karma. Or some type of judgment or law. Or some type of, I don't know. Somebody could be getting a subpoenaed, I heard, or called in for a deposition, something with a court case, y'all. Okay, I don't want to even get up involved in that. Let's move on. Somebody's scared. I think I said in Divine Masculine's reading as well, somebody may be biting their nails, like someone's nervous. Give me bottom row. I don't know, something about the bottom row. I don't know what they're talking about. Magician card came out. Yeah, man. I feel like somebody did some shit they didn't have no business doing. Like dabbling in some shit. Or this is manipulating someone. This is like somebody scared that they manipulated or with the motherfucker, or I dabble in the wrong shit, or I accidentally use sugar instead of salt, or salt instead of sugar, whatever it is. It's like it's like a big fuck up out here, G. I want to say in the next 7 days, but no, I just feel like it's a big fuck up out here. Somebody could be scared of you, divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? You guys could be the magician and somebody's scared of you. So you could do some type of spiritual work. The magician is also like entertainers, actors, athletes, musicians, all that shit, right? Just influencers. That's what the magician is to me. So I don't know why somebody got stage fright. It could be that as well. Like somebody could be performing and they're scared. Like for maybe it's your first time. It could be, I don't know, shit, opening up for something. If it's not any of that, shit, somebody just, they fucked up. Somebody out here is dabbling in some spirituality or some dark shit for sure and then fucked up. Okay? Especially with this star card at the bottom. So all those things I just named are true. As far as celebrities, entertainers, is witches, tarot readers out here, warlocks, ghouls, goblins, hobbits and shit, elves, dancers, choreographers, rappers, shit. They kind of bunching us all up together. I guess it is all entertaining, ain't it? Yeah. Convent people could be looking at like you don't belong here, like you belong in another group, and you probably do. They said in a breed of your own. So this could be like, you know, like you go somewhere and you know you're the outcast, like you could dress different, and when people see you, they just automatically assume something about you. You know, like you could see, well, not us, because we're not these type of people, right? But like, so you know how you see people dressed up in goth, you know what I mean? Like with the black and everything like that, you know what I mean? To some people, they be like, they're devil worshippers. Us, it's like, no, they just, shit, they like black. They into the whole, you know, like, you see something, somebody may want you to be, like, grouped up. It's like some prejudice out here. It's not necessarily racism, but it's damn sure prejudice out here. Some sort of prejudice out here, okay? I don't know if someone scared you picked up on this, or you're scared that you have been mixed up in this situation. This could be at work or in an industry. Give me one more. You reap what you sizzle. You reap what you sow. Damn, that's what that looked like too. Somebody's manipulation is catching up with them. Somebody's is catching up with them. Somebody trying to hex people or whatever the fuck it is they trying to do is about to catch up to somebody. I heard somebody stealing recipes as well. So I don't know. Be careful if you are writing a cookbook or into any type of culinary something, like coming up with some type of new kind of culinary ideas. Somebody's trying to steal that shit, or you're stealing or some shit like that. The sock at the bottom. This is my other pair. This is like your soulmate, your mate. Watch the throne. Oh, shit, convict. So soulmate may be watching you right now. Maybe they watching you make some magic happen. This is what I'm telling you. Somebody, I said in the beginning, I felt like you were the magician. This feels like someone else, whether male or female, whether you're male or female watching, or this is a male or a female. This is just the character of the person, okay? I feel like this person is scared watching you make some shit happen. You reap what you sow. These kind of feel like good seeds. You know, so this is like saying I'm about to do this shit, which we're not really even supposed to do, right? You're just supposed to make it happen. And if you get down on your knees at night and pray to the Lord, yeah, that's what they started playing. He's gonna make it happen. Amen, right? You may have told somebody that, like, nah, I don't operate like that. Like, God will provide, right? All this. Somebody, I don't know. Maybe it's just the same to some people, or whatever your mantra is. We can even say that. You guys could say positive affirmations, things like that. Some code you live by. Somebody watching you manifest out that motherfucker, okay? Out of that mission statement, out of that code, that manifestation board, or that meditation, or whatever it is that you do, somebody's gonna watch you like reap some reward off of that shit. They are, or you are. Somebody's appliances are just cutting on. You got the sewing machine and the damn mixer here. Look at this shit. Somebody shit just cutting on. I don't know why I keep lifting it up and y'all can see. I'm just used to doing that shit, as you can tell. Well, y'all probably like, we can see it now, man. I know, huh? Yeah, somebody's scared because their appliances just are cutting on. But I said that was gonna happen. I said that in Divine Masculine's reading too. Someone's energy is way too strong where appliances, things will just start to cut on, cut off, shut down, something blow up. Crazy thing is, these are similar, but they're not. You got the sewing they're not similar as far as they do, but the way they look on the card. Someone may have been confused between a sewing machine and a mixer, G. Because, I mean, they favor, but somebody looks like they picked the mixer or they picked the sewing machine. I don't know which one, but whatever it is they were trying to create and produce, you can't do with whatever they picked. So you can't bake a cake with the sewing machine, right? And you can't make a dress with the mixer. Somebody got their shit fucked up or some shit like that. Damn. Oh, Sharkeisha at the bottom, too. Somebody scared somebody gonna get their ass whooped. For real. Like, hands put on them, though. Oh, hey, convict, don't do it. Yeah, somebody out here is spooked, messing around with, like, you find spiritual folk. There's a human out here scared. Okay? For sure. I don't know if a human tried to come up against you, convict, but it looks like they're frightened now. So it's giving me like you would come up as high priest, higher energy, and name is the magician. You know what I mean? The high priest and not gonna trump the magician every time, G. Every time. So that's what the fuck they get. They didn't know the difference between a high priestess and a magician. Now, if they both come out together, I'd be like, somebody a bad motherfucker, right? They can use their powers for good or bad. This somebody just don't know what the fuck they doing. And now they're scared. Put some on this scared ass man. Why are you so scared? And who is this? Rainbow card. Okay. That's Gamis right there. Not destroy the earth with water. Okay. That's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Right? It's that. This the LGBTQ card. Is what this is as well. So somebody may be scared that of coming out of the closet, letting people know, or this, you know, some shit. Or somebody may be scared that they are possibly gay or lesbian. Somebody could be sexually confused and they've been putting on the front or whatever magician card, but they lose their lover. You reap what you sow. This gives me that type of energy too. Like somebody may lose a same-sex lover because they want to pretend to be heterosexual out here. Okay, that's for somebody. It could be a damn musician, an athlete, actor, something. Okay. Shit, depending on how your booty switch running down that court, we probably already know. Oh, they said the court, so it could be an athlete. I didn't even mean to say that, but it's true. For us women that watch y'all run down the court. Okay, anyway. Convince somebody may be worried about money out here, but you don't need to. Okay. But do save, because it says you reap what you sow. So if you save money, you'll have some. If you spend it all, you won't. So make sure that you just, use your brain. You know what I mean in regards to that. There's also something that may be worried about that may be causing you to feel like emotional. It's not going to get worse than what it is. Like the way you feel won't get worse than that. I know that's not really helpful, but it's almost like you're not going to feel any worse. Let's put it to you that way. Okay, so if you're like, damn, I'm just kind of down, you know what I mean? Down and out. You're not about to be like, oh my Lord. No, you just don't stay at the damn I'm down and out, and then you're going to rise up. Okay, so basically you're not hitting rock bottom if that's what you think. If any of you guys are worried about that, this is not rock bottom. I promise you, do not worry about that shit, because God's promises out here. This is him promising not to destroy you with the motion, meaning you can handle whatever it is. You know what I mean? Even if everything gets destroyed with the flood, you know what I mean? This is the Noah energy. You are saved, you and yours. So there's nothing to worry about. You about to, shit, you built the boat, didn't you? Magician card. All right, then. You reap what you sow. Shit, get you and you animals and you girlfriend and you boyfriends, right? And you kids and whoever else and your mom and them, right? On the ark. I feel like you guys are being saved from something, but it's because you prepared for something. So this is like remember I was just talking about how the magician and high priestess are different, or magician and hierophant, right? One is naturally gifted, one is like kind of, David Blaine and shit. This is like Noah building the ark, right? Which will be the hierophant, the high priestess, and then the magician here would be like David Blaine, aka like thinking they gonna survive this flood that God put up on the earth in a dinghy or something, or an old shrimp boat or some shit. It's like it can't withstand something. We talked about this already. Somebody's scared they came up against the wrong one, G. Okay? You. Basically, not saying you're scared, but I'm saying someone is scared they came up against you, which would be the fucking wrong one to come up against. Somebody's about to reap some karma here. Somebody's being overwhelmed right now with emotion as well, convent, in regards to you. They're scared. They could be scared that you're moving on. They could be scared that you're creating some new life without them, or it's on some project, or but you are though. You are. I feel like facts. You are. Somebody on here is like trying to do money spells or some shit. That shit backfire. Whoever wants to know. It's backfiring. Or it don't work at all. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'll just go in, and that's not fair. I mean, it is, but, you know. Somebody's cutting, they cutting shit. That could go a bunch of ways, people, okay? I feel like they're giving me restaurant energy, but they also giving me, like, you know what I mean? Trust energy, too, so, I don't know, right? But in regards to, like, restaurant or business, it's like they're cheapening something. So you may be tasting, like, different, like, the quality in something. Like, it's different. We've been talking about that too. So they're kind of repeating shit. But like, let's say some bakery you went to, they used to use C&H sugar, right? With all their stuff. And now sugar is so damn expensive. They're like, we'll just use the generic Kroger brand sugar. You're going to be able to taste it, G. They're cutting back cost, or you could be doing this, or someone's cutting something, right? That shit ain't pure. It's got like baking soda. I got baking soda or whatever, you know, certain things, right? Up in there. And other things. People are gonna start noticing though. So somebody cutting something way too much. I said all that to say that. Be aware. So some of you guys could just be stretching yourself way too thin. They could be using that as an example, like saying it like that. Like, you know, having yourself in too many places at a time or trying to do too many things at once. People are gonna notice. Duly noted, right? Get some rest, comment. Okay? I did take a fire ass nap though. But I still feel like this is like even clothes. It's like the material. I don't know if you know this, but allegedly. Well, no, this ain't allegedly because I got proof, right? But back in the day, like way back in the day too, like 90s, maybe early 2000s and shit. Gap was cool. That's where you got your jean jackets and your jeans and shit because it was good jean material. Try getting that shit from them now or any type of clothes. That shit get moth holes all in it and shit. And it didn't used to. And that's not allegedly because I have Gap shit that got holes in it, like newer shit. Not that I, you know what I mean, have recently been to Gap, but I'm saying things that came out after the 90s and shit. You know what I mean? How is the shit in the 90s standing stronger than the shit that I got in the 2000s? That don't make no sense, right? It's this type of shit. It's probably even worse now because I don't shop at the Gap. So something about somebody could have a Gap, right? And don't we all? Somewhere. Hopefully it's just in between your teeth. You know what I mean? And not nowhere else. I'm just saying, no. Is that still in? Ew. Anyway, let's move on. It's something about material, cheap materials, cheapening something, but you're gonna notice it, or you can tell, or you go somewhere where the quality is better. So it's basically bad quality, good quality. You go somewhere where the quality is better, you're gonna be able to tell the difference. Period, G. Where I ended up moving, I literally like when it got some food, I'm like, man, the food just tastes better. The food tastes better. Like the water is softer, and I'm like, this shit is fucking crazy, G. Somewhere over the rainbow. Some of you guys are about to come into some sort of happiness convent. For sure. After a point of them like cutting something. This could have been you being cut out of something, cut out of a deal, cut off of a job, a relationship, like something was cut. But it wasn't supposed to look like that. You know how, like, good example, there's this Mediterranean restaurant that I used to go to, and they make like a lentil bean soup that I always get. So the last time I got the lentil bean soup, I'm like, why? What are these grits in here? Like, it looked like grits, but I guess it was like quinoa or something, but to thicken it up, and it was less lentils. I'm like, then this is quinoa lentil soup. This ain't lentil soup anymore. It's this type of shit, okay? Didn't even advertise that though, or say now it's quinoa lentil soup. It's just lentil still, and I'm like, the fuck it is? The fuck it is? What are all these little lovely lady lumps in here and shit? I don't know. Somebody's name could be Fergie, or live in Ferguson, or last name could be Ferguson. I don't know. Something like that though, convict. But people are starting to pick up on the shit. So this could be flooded with comments, right? Flooded with complaints, flooded with lawsuits, because this is when God sent the flood, right? So someone is scared of a flood of something, but damn sure somebody's going to be flooded with emotion here. Whoever this is cutting shit or cutting back, but it's nothing wrong with cutting back and cutting costs, okay? If you're a business owner, you know that shit. You know what I mean? Inflation is real, y'all. Shit, all that shit real. When my lights and all my shit go up, that's why I'm like, yeah, y'all. Right? They charge us for water out in this motherfucker. Okay, the drought is real. Okay. So it's type of shit I understand. You know what I mean? Like as far as cutting back on cost and trying to, you know, save where you can. This is totally different, G. This is like fucking up the quality of shit though. That's why it's different. So if that Kroger sugar didn't taste any different than CNH sugar, then it wouldn't matter. But once you start getting complaints, you know it's the Kroger sugar. It's not the CNH sugar though. You know, so there may be some adjustments you may need to make, but I feel like you had to try something out, or you may be trying test trial. Some of you guys are dating, you know what I mean, or trying out a new job, and you're on probation or something. It could be a car, something you're testing out. You're gonna see if it's real sugar or not, or if they, you know what I'm saying. Let's see. Sharkeisha still at the bottom. So shit look like you get pissed off when you find out. Okay, Sharkeisha, no. Yeah, somebody get fucked up out here. Okay? Yeah. Somebody wants to fight someone. They're that emotional. Someone wants to put their hands on, man, shit. Psst. Keep your hands to yourself, Convent. It ain't never that bad. I know you be feeling like that. I know your fist just automatically Arthur ball up and shit, but you need to unball them motherfuckers for sure. Okay? Something may try to get you like I feel like it could be you that gets emotional, but this, if that's the case, this will be you being scared of yourself. Like, I'm scared, I'm gonna freak the fuck out on these motherfuckers. You know how like you be scared of what you'll do, like you be so angry or emotional or tired or mentally just exhausted and shit, like you didn't know like what you're capable of. That's like when people have mental breakdowns and they snap and shit. Somebody either wants you to do this or somebody damn whip. I don't know. Okay. Ooh wee. Put something on the damage and shit now. Yeah, this is eating someone's words is what this card is. This gives me like karma. It's giving me like you remember like back in the day when you would see those sitcoms in the episode where the kid would be smoking a cigarette and the parents would find them and they make them smoke the whole pack so they never smoke cigarettes again. It's like this, Convent, okay? There's a lesson out here, okay? I feel like all of us are learning a lesson, but what I like about this though is that the emotion is behind the boy. Right, so you're not flooded with emotion. A lot of you guys, this is like self-accountability, or I know why this is happening, or I know it's gonna be okay. I know this is like like being secure or sure about something, even though, I mean, shit, this is here. It's almost like, so you may be up and down in your emotions. One day you feel like a nut, shit, the next day you fucking don't. I feel like more times you don't, as far as feeling like a nut. I feel like you're accepting what comes with. So this could be, like I said, breakups, losses. This could be wins as well. This is pie. You could win a pie eating contest. As far as you're faster, your stamina is picking up. Somebody out here is like, I told you, with the damn bacon and shit, okay, and the cakes and shit, okay. Somebody stealing recipes and shit. Told you. But yes, it could be a win as well, but it's not really feeling like one. This is also somebody that said you couldn't do some shit, and now they got it, and they may have told a lot of people. So this is everybody saying, or somebody's really, or a bunch of people. I don't. The convent ain't shit. They ain't shit. They daddy ain't shit. They dog ain't shit. They business. This type of shit, and you all that shit. You all that shit. Like, I am the shit actually, and this person may have went around telling people that shit. This person got to eat them words. Like, actually eat that shit. Eat that crow. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Wow. Somebody out here is a painter, or somebody has a beautiful view, or landscaping or some shit like that, or you may be just, you know, taken aback by some view. A vanilla sky. I think I have a reading named that. They keep mentioning that too. That was popping up on my timeline a lot. I don't know. I tried to listen to the reading, but it was long. Shit. I be saying that about my motherfucking self. Shit. Like, I can't listen to all this none. I got shit to do. Basically, and then have to come back to it. So I don't take no disrespect when y'all say that, because I'm the same way. Okay? Moving on. But they said you may be taken aback by a vanilla sky or some type of beautiful view of something. You could be eating outside. You could be like outdoor dining or something like that. It looks kind of nice. Maybe some of y'all just scared to get out. Because it's nothing to the rape. Why are you scared? I mean, shit, somebody could be like a homophobic or some shit like that. I do see homophobia out here. Okay. I heard blackophobia. I don't know. That sounds like racism to me. Okay, but okay. But homophobia for sure. So this is somebody like, I would never be friends with a gay person or a lesbian. I would never hire. I would never. And they kid end up being that shit. You know what I mean? Somebody that they done fed and clothed all their life. And shit, yeah, that motherfucker gonna eat their words. For real, you would never? So you just gonna disown your family like that? Yeah, you reap what you sow. Something's coming back on someone. Something that somebody said they would never do, or something that would never happen, or I would, I feel like they were trying to, but it's either you said this convent, which I'll ask if it's you before we go to Patreon, right? But I really feel like this is someone's way of thinking about you. Like you'll never be shit. Or you'll always just be this. But they had the nerve and the gall to go tell people this shit. You know what I mean? Like you would probably be the topic of conversation when this motherfucker needed something to talk about. Was about your ass and how you ain't gonna be shit. So now these people, whoever it is or whoever this is that was talking about you in front of people, or it's just them, right? Somebody's looking and they're saying like, oh shit, the convent really is that motherfucker. Oh shit. Yeah, they ain't even gotta worry about you. They look real in front of whoever they said wasn't shit to, okay? Or they feel dumb, period. What is this pie? Is it good or bad? The star card. Shit, look good to me. But I already said you ain't got to worry about shit. Yeah. I don't know. It's some celebrity out here just gaining weight. Or, I don't, that's what this is. It's a celebrity out here just eating like a motherfucker, G. So if you the basketball man, you should stop. Because you ain't going to be running that fast, okay? Or any athlete or anything. For sure. So I don't know. It could be influencers, models. I don't know. Somebody could have wanted you to get fat. Whoever this is, they use their body for work. Whoever wanted you to either get fat or skinny or whatever the fuck, or be scared, they use this same emotion or this bodily thing, this whatever, for work. So if someone's an actor, right, and they wanted you to feel emotional, that's although even when they're supposed to be in an action movie, they won't be able to perform. They'll only be able to be emotional and shit. So they gotta like Tyler Perry shit and you know what I mean? Meryl Streep and all this other shit. Like they can never do like a Die Hard, right? It'd be this type of energy. Or somebody that's a model, right? Who's worried about their weight, wants you to get fat and shit, and all of a sudden the bitch just hungry and shit. It's like when someone's wishing on you, they're about to receive it. Okay? I mean, eating stars. Magicians are but this is what I was saying. So let's say this is the high priestess and the Hierophant. Remember how I was like, shit, the high priestess and the Hierophant outdoes the fucking magician, G. This is a magician thinking they can outdo a star. How the fuck is a magician gonna outdo something that's like in the galaxy and shit? Like they're not even in the same atmosphere, G. That's what this is. Something that's not even on your level. Your frequency, your vibe and shit is trying to defeat you, and it can't. You're eons above that shit. Yeah. So, but this is somebody like, I can get to the stars. All I have to do is take a Southwest flight, right? Says this person. And I mean, it's like, okay. Like, they ain't do shit. They ain't, this is this person or whatever. And you like way up there, G. Way up there in the sky and shit. And everybody like, I thought you was going to take a Southwest flight and go get their ass, is what you had said. Look at this person. Like, I did say that, but, the way my checking and my savings is set up, yeah. On that Kevin Hart shit. That's what this is. Somebody's going to feel real dumb for fucking with you or coming against you or saying you couldn't do something that God said you could do, period. Some of you guys are eating better or you need to, convent. Some of us have been eating bad, for sure. But shit, I don't know about you, but I've been on the go. And I consider us a collective, okay? So I'm a roll it, okay? But shit, you like, is that why? Could it be the cupcakes? You know what I mean? That's what this shit is too. Some of you guys have been eating a lot of sugar or just eating on the go. I see it balancing out. This is like eating more healthy, cooking at home. I see you doing that, or you are advised to eat more at home. You reap what you sow. Okay, so another.
Yeah, we're listening to the Ghetto Nun right now. I dropped a link in there. I drop it again. I was trying to see if Athenia was still in here because I was supposed to do a reading for her.
way of saving money or losing weight, or you know what I mean, spending spending time with your family will be to get home, eat at their table. I see things that want, there's something you have to get it, but I feel like doing it though, as far as yourself is concerned. Okay, oneself. Put one on this reap what you sow. Hey. Yeah, I said cook. They started, what she say? Make me some breakfast.
We getting ready with the ghetto none.
2 scrambled eggs. Look. Grits. Look, somebody having a good breakfast. Something about Jill Scott, Jack and Jill. I don't know. I said something about a soulmate too. So shit, I don't know, something about breakfast in bed. I heard breakfast at Tiffany's as well. Ooh, somebody getting some nice jewelry. Okay.
And I ain't read that book in years.
Side note.
I mean,
something.
James Patterson.
Something breaks. Something doesn't hold. You got the egg here with the reap what you sow. So you drop an egg on the floor. You know how fragile
get in the shower. Y'all know how much it
right type energy. It cracks. You reap what you sow. This is like careless energy. Who the fuck would hold eggs like that? It's like holding just the egg carton upside down. You know how the lid is? It's got them 2 little button slips, right? Where you can kind of snap the lid down, but it ain't a real snap. It's like somebody snapping this shit down and sure if they hold the eggs upside down, they won't fall out. Bullshit. They all fall out. You reap what you sow. Somebody does something real dumb.
It all falls down.
Like they trust something that should not be trusted even on the outside. Okay? Or they're careless. If it's not, I do feel like it's that as well. But somebody could be like been careless with you as far as they assume that your eggshell would just, and they could hold you upside down and you wouldn't fall out. Meaning, you know what I mean? Like I said, I felt like someone was getting angry. So somebody may think they can just treat you any type of way, talk to you any old type of way or anything. They holding the egg carton upside down and shit just because it got the 2 little buttons on the motherfucker and they kind of flip down and shit. Like, nah, you about to spill out all on the motherfuckers is what this is. Convent. So I don't even know. This could be, like I said, you could be filing a lawsuit. You could be going to human resources. This could be filing for divorce. This could be separation from someone, someplace, something. But it treated you or you treated someone or something careless. But that's what this is. Yeah, something about eggs, sugar. Somebody making something is baking something. A chicken pot pie, I heard.
Damn.
Something. I don't know. If you're making it from scratch, that does sound delicioso. It does. Something with a crust. I don't know. Something with a healthy crust. I don't know. I don't even know what's crusty now. I don't even want to know. Let's move on. I do see someone out here scared that someone may be pregnant. So this could go back to the person. So say there's a gay man out here. And he done got a woman pregnant. Because it shouldn't go the other way, right? If it's 2 men together or 2 women together, it could be 2 women and 1 woman is pregnant, right? But I don't feel like, well, it could be a masculine or feminine. Maybe this just the stud energy. Like, how the fuck? I didn't get you pregnant. Somebody out here that's supposed to be gay or lesbian is going to end up pregnant. And I don't feel like, and this is somebody like, I hate men. I hate women. Ew, they gross me out. I would never let them touch my body, right? This is this person. Like, that's supposed to be a same-sex lover. Well, how the fuck you end up pregnant then? If they gross you out and make you so sick and all this could be, if it's not that, it's something to that extent. So this could be somebody saying they hate you, they don't like you, fuck you and all this other shit, and somebody catch them spying on your ass or watching you or staring at your picture or driving by your house, or they pick up someone's phone and see your number all motherfucker, or you their social media, something like that. So somebody's gonna be like, I thought you said you didn't like this motherfucker, or I thought you said whatever. Well, then if I explain this, then why are they all up and down your timeline? Why is there a picture saying that? It's this type of shit. Somebody's about to get caught up. Somebody did a good job at pretending like they didn't care about something, or they could just dismiss something like it wasn't a big deal, which I feel like is you, as far as someone treated you this way. And I feel like they get caught up, G. They get caught up in their own lie and illusion and delusion. Because I feel like this person originally put that illusion and delusion up for themselves to try to make themselves believe that you are something that you're not. right? And you were probably brought up in some sort of conversation with this person and someone else, and this person took the illusion and the delusion in conversation with the next person, and then it just kept spreading like wildfire type shit. So this person kind of fell into a trap when they should have just shut the fuck up and been a hater in silence, but they couldn't. You know what I mean? They had to be a hater in front of a lot of people, or it's a group of haters. So it's either a group of haters all gonna feel dumb as fuck, or there's gonna be somebody who's gonna feel stupid in front of people, a group of people, because they are a hater. In regards to you, they are. But they talked a lot of shit, G. They talked a lot of shit. Wow.
Who gives a damn?
This person may want to heal something with you now, fix something. But I feel like all the eggs done fell out. They held the motherfucker upside down, G. You can't hold eggs like this. You might as well take them out the carton and just throw them in the bag then, sir. If you go to the grocery, say the grocery store man just handling your eggs all, right? You might as well just take them out the way you handling them. Go on, take them out the carton. Just, don't put them in there soft. Just don't throw them in there, do some Kobe shit with my eggs. Because that's basically what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like disrespecting my shit. Like, you know they're going to break. This is going to break. So this could be somebody you were in a relationship with, and they didn't act like they wanted this shit. You know what I mean? Or the company didn't act like they wanted you there. Or the family didn't act like they wanted you to be a part of that motherfucker. The way they were treating you. Like, I've seen you treat other eggs, right? Other family members, other relationships or friends you've been in. You treat them way better than me. So it's, I mean, shit. Obviously, you don't give a fuck about me, right? Says you. Or the way that this is. Whoever this is, they regret holding your carton of eggs like that. You know what I mean? It's almost like they say, like, rotten eggs. It's making me feel like this person was doing shit for rotten eggs, and you are the good egg, and that's the one they treated carelessly and all fucked up. And shit. This person gonna try. You know the story of Humpty Dumpty. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again, or some shit like that. Whatever it is, after the motherfucker fell, right? They tried to put them together and the shit didn't work. The shell, something's broken. This could be trust. This could be someone's loyalty, respect. Something they broke something with you. Okay, it could be a contract, soul contract, work contract. I don't know what it is, but it's because of the way they treated you or the way you treated somebody. Okay, somebody damn sure wants to fix this, but you can't glue no eggshell back. I mean, I guess you can if you motherfuckers got time, but you damn sure ain't about to get the yolk. It's gonna be hollow now. Say you can glue the shell back together. Somebody who had time, you ain't about to get the yolk and all that shit back up in there. I mean, I guess you could try, but now it's getting messy. It's spilling all over. The yolk has come out. And you know what I mean? Like, man, just let it go. Just let it go. It's a loss out here. But it's because someone is like treated something valuable careless. So it could be something that's irreplaceable, you, right? Or like it could be an antique. It could be something that someone was passed down in heirloom and you gave it to your kid and shit, and they just, you know what I mean? Like, well, where is the watch? Like, I don't know, I lost it. Like, what do you mean? That's your great-grandpa's, you know, this type of shit. It's like they don't understand until you start crying, and then they, you know what I mean, realize that their grandpa had it, their daddy had it, the uncle had it. Like, that was passed down to you. You can't get another one of them. Like, it's a wrap. This kid is about to go around looking for the watch and try to figure out where. It's like this type of shit. Because they finally understand. Somebody does, or you will. Okay? Ooh-wee. Somebody's learning a lesson about love. Loving others. Loving themselves. What saying I love you means. As well. I see lessons about parental love. Look. Just so I can show you. Love, right? Saying I love you. This is the mother hen, parental love. There's the father with parental love. Friendly love, loving love. Sex. Look at this. Sexual love, right? It's an agape love out here because that's just the highest form of love there is.
And that's what I always talk about.
I feel like a lot of us are learning a lesson about that in regards to just oneself, right? As far as how you treat yourself, you know what I mean? It's definitely how you treat others. I do feel like y'all live by that. Like, I treat others like I want to be treated. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if you're having a bad day, you're still the type of person to say thank you.
Make it up.
You know, or you're welcome, or hello, or good day, shit like that. Just because shit, it ain't your fault that shit fucked up, or vice versa. You know, it's just you just do that shit. I feel like you're that type of person, and somebody treated you like shit. You know what I mean? For no reason. just because they're having a bad day or because they don't understand your kind or your breed, whatever it is, okay?
Look at here. You see how I can't make this shit up?
Or how you work, or how you
I
think,
just said the other night,
or
and
how
though
you
I
move or
said that I'm the
maneuver,
last of a dying
they thought
breed.
they could just treat you any old type of way. This person is appreciating you now, or you are about to appreciate someone now after you treated them like a whole asshole, G, or they treated you like one. I don't know. Figure out where you go. So I'm sure trying to repair the egg, though. Okay. I see someone's womb healing out here. I see a spirit baby out here as well. I don't know if somebody was trying to. How the fuck you? Okay. I don't even know how to explain that. Okay.
Since you in here, I'm
But
going
somebody
ahead
was trying to
and
do some witchy poo shit with and have a baby. And we know babies are like.
since you in here, I'm gonna go ahead and play an Aquarius reading. Then it's gonna be followed by Aries. Hold on a second. And Mystic Tory.
Okay.
Hold on a second here. Hold on. This shit wanna act crazy. See what I'm talking about? Oh, well, Aries finna play now.
Aries, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Aries. I hope everybody is doing well. All right, Aries. We're going to go ahead and pull on the current energy to get a quick check-in for you. Nothing too serious, okay? Please keep in mind you have plenty of content on the channel and plenty of other content on Patreon, okay? So we're going to do a quick energy check-in and see what is the most important for you to know at this time, Aries. Messengers can be flipped around, okay? Put everybody where they go, all right? A happy birthday, Aries. So let's go ahead and see what you have in store. All right. Every message in this reading will not be for you. Check your other placements. Okay. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Those from the highest light who walk me every day. What messages do we have for Aries? Current energy check-in for Aries. What's going on for Aries? Archangel Michael, please protect me as I channel the messages for Aries. Block any interference that stops their messages from coming through. Alright, let's see, Aries. Temperance. Divine timing. Okay. When the temperance shows up, that's restoration of balance, okay? It's just kind of like, hey, it's time. Or, you know, it's divine intervention, okay? The temperance is divine intervention. Alright, so let's see. Tower, wow. The tower and the temperance. The angel comes before the devil. That's exactly what's going on. This is the current energy right now for you, Aries. Wow, incredible. Yeah, so divine intervention ×2. Okay, what else we got going on for Aries? Incredible. The Knight of Cups, wow. So it could be the perfect time for love for some of you. Yeah, something's coming through. You got the 9 of Wands. It does look like there's some kind of, it literally looks like there could be like, it's kind of giving me what I'm seeing in my head is like a microwave, like where you're cooking something that has a sauce, right? It has a sauce, and then like there's no like lid on top of it, and it gets like super hot, and it's like, you know, like that's what I'm getting here. I don't know, but watch your microwave temps, okay? Anyway, similar to cooks. All right, so this something here is long term. Something has been long term. It looks like somebody's bowing out here. They fought the good fight, or this is you. Somebody could be an earth angel here, soldier in the army of the Lord. But it look maybe you're meeting someone like you. You got the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Whatever this is faded, okay? So whatever this tower is, it's coming in, it's been coming in. Knight of Swords, it's coming in fast. Something happened fast, it was over fast. So whatever this is was a quick battle is what it's looking like to me. Knight of Swords with the Six of Wands, it was a quick battle. Very quick. Because you already seen it's coming. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, High Priestess. Yeah. So, anyway, there's a tower. So I guess for somebody, I mean, karma is playing out here. I'm trying to, there's nothing more. Look at this. Somebody's bound by something. Now, there could be somebody that keeps thinking about you. Okay. Somebody feels beat up. There also could have been somebody's a third party who somebody's in a relationship with or they live with or something like that. They kept coming for you. Okay. All right. This could be a Sagittarius for some people. Let me get one on the tower. That's so unfortunate. Anyway, let me get one on the tower. Look, I said, let me get one on the tower. Lord, let's see. Let me get one on the tower. Yeah, somebody is like shocked and all like, let me get one on the tower. Yeah, thank you. It backfired. Whatever this is, somebody's protected. Come on. You also, that backfire gonna be a gift to you. Okay, is what it appears. It looks like something could be going on here. Okay, could be with the Scorpio. All right, yeah. But anyway, let me get one on the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, somebody feels beat up. Trying to take you down through that. The Wheel of Fortune is for Aries. Aries, don't tell me this your friend. What? A third party in somebody's family? Who that? No, say it ain't so. Or a community of people. Who is this Sagittarius, huh? Somebody love her? Somebody sleeping with this person? Okay, they like them a lot. They like them a lot. At least enough to party with them. Only cups in the reading. Come on, stop. Anyway, it does look like somebody's fated to come back around. They want to reconcile for some of you. They want to reconcile. You may have this person blocked at this time. Yeah, because somebody keeps like, they keep into a tower. They keep running into bad karma. Okay, this is somebody that you could have dated a while ago. All right, but they listen to somebody in their family. It's what it looks like to me. So, but whoever this is, it looks like some of you are fated to be celebrating something though. Okay, you've waited and fought a long time for this. You've been patient for whatever this is over and over and over again. Some of you are earth angels is what it looks like to me. So something just has something to do with an assignment. I think I said that in the, well, it wasn't your reading though, but we did have the Gemini energy come up. Some of you could have a significant Sagittarius or Gemini placement as well as Scorpio. But something could have something to do with an assignment, okay? Or you're somebody's assignment. I feel like some of you are meeting an earth angel, okay? But anyway, we'll see how it plays out in other readings. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. That's your current energy, Aries. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really hope that you're having a beautiful and an amazing day. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for all of your continued love and support. This is a timeless collective reading for all signs. Energy is fluid. Time is an illusion. Whatever comes out in the reading could be your story or the story of someone else in your energy. This could be related to anything in life: love, career, finances, friendship, family. It could be a past situation, a current event, or this could be a future prediction. Let's see. Keep in mind, it could be a she could be a he. The roles could be reversed. It is April 16th. I did just post a reading, and I have another reading scheduled for tomorrow. I'll be honest with you. I'm picking up on a lot of darkness. It has been brought to my attention that there is for sure like a satanic ritual that actually starts on the 19th. We are in eclipse season, so there's just a lot happening, you guys, right now. But I am confident to cleanse and clear the energy so we can pick up on the highest vibing energies as possible. But the truth is, for you to be in a high vibing energy, you still have to be aware of what's going on. And I understand not everyone is able to see behind the veil. So please don't shoot the messenger. There's a lot of darkness happening right now, so there's darkness coming out in the readings. But I hope that you are protecting yourself, cleansing, clearing, cutting, detoxing, and doing what you feel is best for you at this time to protect yourself and your loved ones. Please do not be afraid. Just be careful. Be discerning.
I'm trying to remove that thing so y'all can see it. Oh, yeah, because I know I had promised you I was going to play that Aquarius reading for you next. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. There we go.
Aquarius, Aquarius, we're going to go ahead and get started on the energy check-in for you. We're going to see what is the most important for you to know at this time. Please keep in mind it is general, it is collective, okay? We just want a current energy check-in for you, Aquarius. You may not have any messages in this reading at all, Aquarius. It's very important that you go check your other placements, okay? If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for the love and the support, okay? We're just going to do a quick current check-in, okay? That's nothing too long, drawn out. There's plenty of messages for you on the channel as well as Patreon, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. This is for Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? Current energy for Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius today, Spirit? Archangel Michael, please protect me as I channel the messages for Aquarius. Block any, distractions. Block any interference. Dang, I feel like you could be at a loss for words, Aquarius. As much as I say that, I kind of like got blank for a minute. Maybe your mind is blank, or you drew a blank, or you're drawing a blank. I don't know what you're working on, but anyway, it'll come back to you. But yeah, Archangel Michael, please block any interference that stops Aquarius' messages from coming through. Please and thank you. All right, it'll come back to you, Aquarius. It's kind of like you thinking of something, you're like, dang, I lost my thought. It'll come back to you, or your idea, or whatever. Okay. You have the Three of Cups. Okay, so celebrating. Okay, so this is current is nice. You're celebrating something. You're happy about something. Ooh, a win. Justice. Love it. Yes, you're getting some kind of justice. You receive some kind of justice, something you deserve. Nice. Okay. Ooh, the Chariot. Okay, so y'all get a new car for some of you. Are you just traveling? Maybe you're winning a trip. Yeah, something could be like a girl's trip. It could be a boy's trip. Take it how it resonates. Friends. Okay, the birds was like, okay, yeah, whatever this is. Maybe you're on this trip. Or something, The Death card? Wow. Whatever this is, this is like a major change.
Where is Mercury?
Or something is changing in a major way. You're getting some kind of justice. It could be in regards to some kind of friend situation or close friend or something like that. Six of Wands. Man, Aquarius, if you don't get King of Swords, Aquarius, show up, man. What's up? I mean, dang, okay, wise one. Ooh, Aquarius, this is exciting. Ooh. Aquarius, you going towards somebody? Or somebody going towards you? Baby, somebody. Well, you heard it. I just got a memory for 3 years ago. Something could be significant about 3 years ago for some of you. The number 3 could just be significant in general. But yeah, it was like a what they call it, a Google photo memory or whatever. It was from 3 years ago today. So something could be significant about 3 years ago today for some of you. But yeah, it's like somebody could be taking their mask off. Ooh, Aquarius. For some reason, this energy giving me kind of like, it's giving me a good vibe, okay? It is. It's like you, Aquarius, somebody, But anyway, that's for somebody else. I don't know. This ain't really a love reading, but I can see something happening. But it look like somebody could be ghosting somebody. They going cold on somebody, okay? For some people, okay? Or this is what happened after. Something could be going on with someone. So something could be a third-party situation, right? Or it could have been. But somebody could have ghosted you, or maybe you ghosted somebody, Aquarius, or whatever. But somebody sees someone on a pedestal. Whoever in the mix, I don't know, to put yourself where you go. Somebody moved on here and got successful. Things changed. They leveled up. They're winning. Blah, blah, blah. Now it looks like, there could be some change, and now somebody has wanted to change. Somebody has either gone through a transformation, a major soul transformation, or they currently, like, something triggered. Something is a success. It's like somebody went through dark night of the soul and they came out on the other side. Like, somebody don't fall for something, baby. Somebody said the old me is dead and gone, baby. The old them, literally, Herman. The old them is dead and gone. Eight of Cups, whatever this is, they are gone. And somebody, like, finna, I don't know who this, let's get into the clarifiers. Dang, Aquarius, what you got going on? Your majors are Justice, Chariot, and the Death card. I'm telling you, like, this is giving me catching up with you energy. Like, somebody wants to reconcile. And they are not who you remember. For some of you probably don't even remember. That's what I'm saying. It's like something, like somebody was drawing a blank. Like, this would be something where you don't forget. This would be somebody that maybe you dated or something. Maybe it was brief. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just seen this person in passing. Like, you just see them, or maybe you don't know this person and you see them some kind of way because they're on a pedestal. I don't know, but it's something real, like, you heard the phone. I'm just saying, like, maybe it's like a lot of noise. Like, this person is like a big name or whatever. Like, they have a stage name, whoever this is. But, like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's something about this energy that is real, like, Scorpio-ish. Somebody has a significant Scorpio placement. Yeah. Do. They really do. Somebody could be a Libra, Scorpio cusper as well. Doesn't have to be, but somebody definitely has a significant Scorpio placement. If somebody moves, like some kind of freaking weirdo, but not in a I'm just saying, they kind of move strange like that. This would be somebody who's like, I don't know, it's like I don't know, this would be somebody that's like, I feel like this somebody who could be like famous, but like downplaying it, you feel me? Like, that kind of energy that you encountering, Aquarius, or this is you definitely have, somebody has like a significant, I don't feel like somebody is an Aquarius sun. They could be, but I just don't see that. I feel like somebody's like their sun sign, I feel like it's Scorpio. I feel like that's the one that people know them by. Yeah. Somebody's big three could be Libra, Scorpio, and Cancer. Yeah, or Aquarius. I mean, take it how it resonates, but I don't think, I think Aquarius is somebody's big three, but it's not their sun sign. But anyway, that threw me off. I don't know, maybe somebody talk a lot. Anyway, whoever this person is, they're very successful, but it looks like they're coming towards you or something. Yeah, like somebody is like attracted to you. But this, like I said, this would be somebody that's like I said, they kind of, what I meant by the weirdo thing, because that's not, it's not always bad, but some people are just strange, different. But like, this would be someone that's like, I don't want nobody to know it's me. Let me make up me a basic name, basic blah 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 name to order food, like DoorDash, because I don't want to get out. But I'm gonna make it seem like my name is Bob Satchet, or you know what I'm saying? But they really like a big name. Anyway, let me get one on the Justice card. I don't know. Maybe it's you. Who is this for? Aquarius. Come on. Let me get one on the Justice. This is good. Something is proceeding. Okay. So something has something to do with something. Now, something could be a funeral. I'm just going to be honest. Something does look like it could be a funeral. This could be televised. A televised funeral is big and make the news or whatever. But for some people, it could be that something like, it's a partnership for some people coming in, but this is current energy, so it looks like something could be a funeral, like this Chariot. This could be a hearse, or something being pulled by horses or something like that, like a carriage type thing, and it's of this person, is carrying this person, or maybe something has something to do with someone who maybe passed away 3 years ago that was a big name. Okay, they could have been a Libra, Cancer, Scorpio. This was somebody's partner. It could be a Virgo for some people. But anyway, they were a big figure. So something could be having, like, this could be like a celebration of life. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the anniversary, somebody's death anniversary or something like that. And there's like some kind of party going on here. That's what it looks like to me. And somebody's partner could be hosting this for them. But like I said, there's still coming towards some of you. Okay, somebody wants to take you on a date. They want to date you. They want to like take you out at least. Let me get one on the Chariot. Or they just want to share resources with you. I don't know what's up with this person. Maybe they're attached to whoever this. Maybe this is them. It's their friend who passed away. They're attending whatever this is, but they like you. I don't know why Spirit has me all in this person's business. Okay, I'm starting to get upset. I don't know. Maybe this person like go off the deep end. Let me get one on the Chariot. Let me get one on the Chariot. What's this for Aquarius? Look at this. 5 of Swords. Yeah. Anyway. Somebody. Well, it looks like, I mean, somebody lied. Okay. Somebody's moving on from something. But I feel like whatever it is, your success is your get back. Yeah, like this is the energy that it's giving me, Aquarius. It's giving me, you know, always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper. It's giving me that. Okay? So whatever this is, your forward movement or whatever people about to witness, like somebody about to get a partnership where all your haters gonna be sick. Your haters, your ex-lovers, all that, they finna be sick as shoot while they getting bad karma and broke. They about to be so sick. These people about to be so sick, Aquarius. Oh my God. I'm talking about your biggest rivals. I mean, something has something to do with a rival. So that could be who's trying to earn this is too. Yikes. Shoot. So whatever this is could be fated. Like you kind of getting like a snapshot preview of what's to come in the near future. Wow. Somebody who was hating on you or spited you or wanted to see you up out of here and not successful, blocking your success or whatever the case. Look at this. The sun. Ooh. Let me get one on the death card. Anywho. The death card, somebody who was mean towards you, hateful towards you, spiteful towards you, didn't want you to be successful for real, had you in a third party situation. This could be their funeral. Yikes. Death card, wow. Yikes. The Emperor could be your baby daddy for some of you. Could be your father for some of you. Could be someone who has Aries highly aspected for some of you. But I'm really getting this masculine here that was cold towards you. Maybe their big name. Anyway, back to who want love reversion? Oh my goodness. Go check your love readings on Patreon. This is yikes. Somebody want to text you. Now I'm telling you that Scorpio is a big name. Now I'm telling you that they walk around and they really want their name to be Billy Bob Jr. Like this how they, but that's really not who they are. This person is like strange. Like for real, for real. Look at this. Come on. For real though, like I said, whoever this person is could be your baby daddy or baby mama. Take how it resonates, but that's a man. It's a masculine. It looks like it's a masculine. But yeah, this could be them. Yeah. That's what it looks like. You about to get some kind of partnership though that's coming in. Well, like maybe this person just dead to you. They just dead to you, Aquarius. You don't even know the person alive. Or maybe you don't. Maybe they don't make any difference. Like this person right here, whoever this is that you may share children with or co-parent with or whatever the case, you either now, it's almost like they like a ghost now. They're quiet. They don't say anything. They make things hard for you. Blah, 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 blah. Because you don't bend to their will or their control or their power, whatever the case. Or you about to get a partnership where you're going to forget that it's almost like not only do you get an upgrade, but your seeds do too. You feel me? Like they about to be like, who was at the amusement park? Who reading was that? Libra. Yeah, I'm telling you, like somebody, I don't know, maybe y'all gonna meet this person at amusement park. Maybe y'all taking y'all kids somewhere, because this could be rides. This is Six of Wands with the Chariot. This could be something like Six Flags. Don't have to be, but I'm just saying something has something to do. Like this would be whoever coming through. They gonna, your baby right now probably just suck their thumb and say, I miss my daddy. I want my daddy. They gonna forget about their daddy in just a second. Now I'm telling you. But this is somebody whose daddy is so worked about what. Mm-mm. Them literally hermit. The old them is dead and gone. Eight of Cups, whatever this is, they are gone. And somebody like finna. I don't know who this. I mean, let's get into the clarifiers. Dang, Aquarius, what you got going on? Your majors are Justice, Chariot, and the Death card. I'm telling you, like, this is giving me catching up with you energy. Like, somebody wants to reconcile. And they are not who you remember. For some of you, you probably don't even remember. That's what I'm saying. It's like something, like somebody was drawing a blank. Like this would be something where you don't forget. This would be somebody that maybe you dated or something. Maybe it was brief. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just seen this person in passing. Like you just see them, or maybe you don't know this person and you see them some kind of way because they're on a pedestal. I don't know, but it's something real. Like you heard them. I'm just saying, like, maybe you could. Maybe it's like a lot of noise. Like this person is like a big name or whatever. Like they have a stage name, whoever this is. But like, yeah, it's like I don't know. It's something about this energy that is real, like Scorpio-ish. Somebody has a significant Scorpio placement. Yeah. They do. They really do. Somebody could be a Libra, Scorpio, Cusper as well. Doesn't have to be, but somebody definitely has a significant Scorpio placement. It's something about the way somebody moves. Like somebody moves like some kind of freaking weirdo. But not in a I'm just saying they kind of move strange like that. This would be somebody who's like, I don't know, like I don't know. This would be somebody that's like, I feel like this somebody who could be like famous, but like downplaying it. You feel me? Like that kind of energy that you encountering Aquarius, or this is you. You definitely have, somebody has like a significant, I don't feel like somebody is an Aquarius sun. They could be, but I just don't see that. I feel like somebody's like, their sun sign, I feel like it's Scorpio. I feel like that's the one that people know them by. Yeah. Somebody's big three could be Libra, Scorpio, and Cancer. Yeah, or Aquarius. I mean, take it how it resonates, but I don't think, I think Aquarius is somebody's big three, but it's not their sun sign. But anyway, that threw me off. I don't know, maybe somebody talk a lot. Anyway, whoever this person is, they're very successful, but it looks like they're coming towards you or something. Yeah, like somebody is like attracted to you. But this, like I said, this would be somebody that's like I said, they kind of, what I meant by weirdo thing, because that's not, it's not always bad. But some people are strange, different. But like this would be someone that's like, I don't want nobody to know it's me. Let me make up me a basic name, basic blah 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 name to order food like DoorDash, because I don't want to get out, but I'm gonna make it seem like my name is Bob Satchet, or I mean, you know what I'm saying, but they really like a big name. Anyway, let me get one on the Justice card. I don't know, maybe it's you. I said, who is this for? Aquarius, come on, let me get one on the Justice. This is good. Something is proceeding. Okay, so something has something to do with something. Now, something could be a funeral. I'm just gonna be honest. Something does look like it could be a funeral. This could be televised. A televised funeral is big and make the news or whatever. But for some people, it could be that something like it's a partnership for some people coming in. But this is current energy, so it looks like something could be a funeral. Like this chariot, this could be a hearse or something being pulled by, horses or something like that, like a carriage type thing. And it's of this person. It's carrying this person, or maybe something has something to do with someone who maybe passed away 3 years ago. That was a big name. Okay, they could have been a Libra, Cancer, Scorpio. This was somebody's partner. It could be a Virgo for some people. But anyway, they were a big figure. So something could be having, like, this could be like a celebration of life. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the anniversary, somebody's death anniversary or something like that. And there's like some kind of party going on here, is what it looks like to me. And somebody's partner could be hosting this for them. But, like I said, there's still somebody coming towards some of you. Okay, somebody wants to take you on a date. They want to date you. They want to like take you out at least. Let me get one on the Chariot. Or they just want to share resources with you. I don't know what's up with this person. Maybe they're attached to whoever this. Maybe this is them. It's their friend who passed away. They're attending whatever this is, but they like you. I don't know why Spirit has me all in this person's business. Okay, I'm starting to get upset. I don't know. Maybe this person like. Go off the deep end. Let me get one on the Chariot. Let me get one on the Chariot. What's this for Aquarius? Look at this. 5 of Swords. Yeah. Anyway. Somebody. Well, it looks like, somebody lying. Okay. Somebody's moving on from something. But I feel like whatever it is, your success is your get back. Yeah, like this is the energy that is giving me, Aquarius. It's giving me, always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper. It's giving me that, okay? So whatever this is, your forward movement or whatever people about to witness, like somebody about to get a partnership where all your haters gonna be sick. Your haters, your ex-lovers, all that, they finna be sick as shoot while they getting bad karma and broke. They about to be so sick. These people about to be so sick, Aquarius. Oh my God. I'm talking about your biggest. Aries, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Aries. I hope everybody is doing well. All right, Aries. We're going to go ahead and pull on the current energy to get a quick check-in for you. Nothing too.
Dream clairvoyant.
To grow you, to develop you, to train you, to prepare you for this big blessing that he has for you in this new beginning of your life. But I also feel like while you were doing the work of God, serving your time, I feel like people were watching you. I feel like people were observing you. And I feel like you overdid yourself. I really do. I feel like you completed the mission, you accomplished the mission, you completed the assignment a little too well. Your skills, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You're incredibly sharp, very keen. Your senses are very keen, very sharp senses. You're extremely discerning. You're extremely clever, intelligent. The King and Queen of Swords, they have intellectual power. These are the sorts of people where they all they have to do is use their mind. They don't have to do talking or act, too much action. All they have to do is use their. That's why you see the bird here. But the bird represents communication. The Queen of Swords is known to be an excellent communicator, but her sword stands for the truth and clarity. And in her other hand, you see her like this, right? Because the Queen of Swords isn't someone who's mean or spiteful. She is understanding, but if she feels like you are lying or trying to take advantage of her or other people, she'll use her sword to cut you out. She's very logical, very rational, very, very clever, very witty, sharp. I feel like you overdid yourself. I feel like this was a training ground for you, like boot camp. And you did too much of a great job. You're too smart, you're too clever, you're too skilled. You really outdid yourself here. And I don't think you're aware of it, but there were people who were watching and observing you, by the way, as you were doing this. And I'm trying to look at this Ten of Swords here, clarify the Ten of Swords. The Seven of Wands. You ended up, so you were thrown into the dungeon, and this is what was meant to happen to you, Ten of Swords. You were meant to be completely backstabbed, betrayed, depleted, exhausted. The maximum sword in the deck is 10. But you ended up standing your ground with the Seven of Wands, okay? The Seven of Wands is stand your ground, defend yourself. I feel like you ended up doing this to the enemy. You ended up obliterating the enemy and his agents. This was what was meant to happen to you in this. It's a dungeon. It was physically and spiritually unsafe. But you ended up like the tables turned. And how come? It's all due to not just your intelligence and cleverness, but you have some very sharp, keen senses. Like I